Hi, all of you, my YouTube family, those ones and friends, those ones that have walked through the fire with us, with Jeffrey and I, and my family, my husband, through this long journey that we lived and ended for Jeffrey in many ways for us with his passing. But the journey is not over for us. There's many things that are being done behind the scenes that I will share with you through videos. And you will find out everything that we as a family are doing, not for Jeffrey, because Jeffrey right now is in the kingdom of God, but for others, because through Jeffrey's story and journey, we learn a lot, and we learn a lot about many things that we never expected to learn. We want changes, we want awareness, we want education, we want alert. But I want that you know that right now this video is about, this is the reason why we need to keep sharing this channel, keeping Jeffrey's story alive is very important for the changes that we right now are so hard working on. And so that light that you see behind me, blue, is because Jeffrey's favorite color was blue. And as you see here, the background was blue, my blouse is blue, and the little flowers over here are blue. And so, but I want to share with you a letter that I found in Jeffrey's drawer many months ago. What a big surprise. This letter was a commencement speech that Jeffrey had written for his college graduation. In this letter, you will see Jeffrey's heart, Jeffrey's mind. Jeffrey was very intellectual and every word that Jeffrey chose in this letter had an intent. And he chose each word because he knew the meaning that carry each word. And so he did it with intentionality. So I want that you pay a lot of attention to the words that Jeffrey chose. And the words that Jeffrey chose for this commencement speech. At the end, you can see that when Jeffrey received the most severe brain damage, now with this letter and what this letter says, now you can see why Jeffrey was like he was, why he was such a warrior, why he was such a fighter, why he never gave up. You're gonna know Jeffrey through this letter. So I'm gonna start reading right now. I hope that you really enjoy it because it's a marvelous letter. Commencement speech manuscript. First, I just want to say congratulations to the new graduates from completely and overcoming a task that truly takes great fortitude, endurance, and perseverance. You should all be proud of yourself for finishing the race and earning the education and degree you set out to achieve. Know this, even if your career and life one day happens to be built on something completely separate from this degree and has nothing to do with the formal education you have learned here, always remember this: you did it. You stuck with it. You graduated and you have demonstrated to yourself that you have the drive and the ability to set high goals that seems impossible, but you are able to work hard and overcome them. Always keep this date as a milestone in your life, that you accomplished the ambitions of your heart and you made your desires a reality. This character trait will carry you as you step into the next chapter of your life and you seek to be everything you have dreamed to be. My mother is an immigrant from Nicaragua and lived during the horrible and frightening time of the Communist Revolution. She had to flee her country and settle in Honduras at the age of a young adult, leaving behind everything she knew and start over from nothing. On top of that, she became pregnant with my older brother, Jorge. And after a short marriage with the father, she had to raise him on her own. To make matters worse, after living in Honduras for a few years, she decided to move to the United States after she was kidnapped in Honduras and raped. My mother made the decision then to move to the United States with my father, who has recently met and had to start her life over again. But this time in a country where she didn't even know the language or understood the culture. But through it all, my mother kept moving forward, fighting for her life and her family. Even after a life-threatening divorce shortly came between my mother and my father, she kept fighting and moving forward. Even when my brother ran away from home at the age of 17 and was hooked on drugs, she kept fighting. She kept fighting for him. Even when my brother committed suicide at the year 2011, she kept fighting. She kept moving forward and pushing for her life. However, despite all these struggles and obstacles, my mother today stands as a writer, a public speaker, and has started her own ministries, preaching the gospel and telling her story to people around the world. You see, my mother was able to keep going through all the pain, disappointments, and unimaginable suffering. Not because of pride, but because of an iron will and unbreakable spirit. Because at the end of the day, my mother was a fighter, and she didn't know how to give up on life, and she never let life beat her down. And I tell you all today to be a fighter. Never give up on what God has put in your heart, and never let anything stop you from being what God has created you to be. Never let anyone rob you from the destiny and purpose God has set for you, and run towards with furious passion. Live life to the fullness. Be yourself and be comfortable with expressing yourself in everything you do. Love life. Love God. Love people. And love yourself. Be a fighter and conquer life. Thank you and congratulations again, class, year, so. I want to leave you with that. Thank you.